Bats Cafe Coach's Corner. I'm Ashley, and I'm here with head coach Jerry Snyder for softball. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Ashley. How about you?
Pretty good. I wanted to start off with saying that your season has started off great with a 2-0 in your conference.
Right.
And you're 12-4 in the whole season right now.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Well, great to be 2-0 in
Yeah.
conference, but the 12-4, I mean, realistically, we should be 15-1. We've played some really bad games where we didn't play well. Some due to the weather, cold, windy, on the road, and but all in all, I guess 12-4 is not shabby. But the big thing is 2-0 in the conference. So.
Yeah, definitely. Now you have a couple games coming up. How do you foresee those?
We go to Claflin tomorrow for a doubleheader. That should be 2 wins. We played them here early in the season and beat them twice, so there's no reason not to go down there and get 2 wins. Then we come back and we host Carson Newman on Saturday. And they went to the regionals last year, so it should be some really big games. Be very, very good wins for us if we can win those. And then we start spring break and head down to Flagler for our next PBC matchup, and hopefully we come out of there 4-0.
Mm-hmm. Now the double headers, is that you have a lot of freshmen.
Right.
On the team.
Right.
Now, do the double headers affect them at all, or is this a long day?
Yeah. I mean, it's that, and that's a great question. Not a lot of people understand that. When they're in high school, they play 1 game. Mm-hmm. College, everything we play is double headers, so it does. It makes for a long day, where they're used to going out and playing a game in an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. Now they're here for 3.5, 4 to 4.5 hours, and it takes a little, it's a change for them. It takes a little getting used to, but most of them, they love to play. Mm-hmm. So instead of just going out and playing 7 innings, they get to play 14. So they end up loving it.
Yeah. Now with those freshmen, have any stood out, or how are they adjusting?
All of them are responding well to the things that we're doing, and at any given time there's 3 or 4 freshmen that'll start for us, and we've been playing a lot of different people in some different positions, trying to get a handle on where we're gonna be strongest, and with what lineup will be the strongest for us when we get into that long stretch of Peach Belt games.
Yeah. Now, you have the 10 freshmen. You also have some key seniors this year.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that?
Excellent senior class. One of the best I've had in a long time. An example is we hadn't played well, like I said earlier, and we had Monday and Tuesday off. And Monday our seniors called a captain's practice, and they told me they were out there a good 2.5 to 3 hours. And I haven't had that happen in 15, 20 years.
That's awesome.
They've gotten out on their own. Yeah, it is. And that's the kind of leadership that we're getting from these seniors. Sam Chubb and Sarah Monti, Taylor Morgan, Andrea Daring, they really want to have a good season because this will be their last season.
Yeah.
There's no next year for them, and they're taking that to heart, and they know that, just those 4 can't do it by themselves. They've got to have some help in order to have a good senior season. And, they're seeing that gets done. So
Good to hear. Now, are there any key things that you think you need to work on to stay consistent with this winning streak?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the offense. I mean, we're getting great pitching performances from our pitching staff, and defensively, we've had some letdowns here or there, but nothing that has killed us. but our offense, it's right now we're getting hits, but we're not getting timely hits. We're getting hits with 2 outs, nobody on. But when we get people into scoring position, that we don't get the hits. We pop up, we ground out, we strike out. One of the above, instead of getting that key hit that scores some runs. And we've got to improve in that. We've got to score runs. And to make it easier on our pitchers, and to make it easier on defense. I mean, if you go out and you're playing with a 4 or 5 run lead, it sure is a lot easier than going out there down 1 or nothing to nothing, and because one mistake may end costing you a game. So
spring break is coming up,
right.
And then you guys have a game at the end of the whole week off.
No, we play the whole week.
You play all through the week. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
The softball team gets no spring break.
Okay, so now do you think that's going to help the players not having all that time off before games and getting breaks, or do you think it'll make or break them?
Honestly, the spring break deal is one that I think if I had the answer to that, I'd probably be a millionaire. But I've tried it every way. I've tried giving them the week off, and not scheduling games till we had 3 or 4 practices after they got back. I've had it to where we've played half of the spring break, let them have half off. This is the first time that I've tried playing the whole spring break, and they'll get Sunday and Monday the beginning of spring break off, and then that'll be it, because we'll practice and then travel down to Flagler on Tuesday, play Flagler Wednesday, travel back home, practice Thursday, play Denora Ryan at home on Friday, travel to Montevallo Saturday,
oh my goodness,
play Montevallo Sunday, and that'll be the end of spring break.
Staying busy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's like I said. I mean, this is the only thing that I haven't tried.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is going to be, the winner, because the others haven't worked. Giving them the whole week off, that killed us.
Yeah.
Giving them a half a week off killed us. It's just too much time off, being away from swinging a bat or pitching or fielding, and it takes too long to get them back into that groove before you go back and play, because the next game out after you get off of spring break, it may be against a team that didn't have spring break yet, and who has been playing the whole time and practicing, and then here you come after you've had 4, 5, 6 days off, and a lot of times it'll tell. So
it's rough.
It is.
Hopefully this works for you, though.
Yeah, we're going to try it. I mean, you'll be able to tell at the end of spring break.
Yeah.
And the week after to see what our record looks like then.
Yeah.
So.
All right, now for the last thing, you have had just over 700 wins.
Yeah.
I was there for your 700th win. That's a really big thing, to say, oh
milestone,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah. So how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't want to underplay it. I mean, it's. I've always said, the last win is not bigger than the next win, and keep looking forward. But there's 6 things that contribute to the success of having 700 wins, and one is having really good players, and number 2 is having good assistant coaches. And then 3 is having an understanding wife or family, because you work so many hours.
Yeah.
And number 4 is having a real good administration, a good athletic director, which we do have, a good chancellor who backs you at every turn. And then the last one is to have a love, for the game itself, and be passionate about it. You don't stay in this business for, this is my 30th year.
Yeah.
without having some love of the game. And I do. I love the game. I love coaching, young women, and I love that I'm helping them start their future out in the real world. And you get a lot from athletics. I mean, you're an athlete yourself, and there's a lot of things that you get taught, not just about the game, but all the other things that that are involved with it that help you there. So, hey, I'm proud of having 700 wins, and it's unusual to have that many wins at one school.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only place I've ever been. It's the only place I ever wanted to be, and I'm a Pacer in and out. So, and hopefully I'll be able to retire from here, and this will be the only place that I ever do coach. And so it's like I said, I'm proud of that. I don't make a big deal about it. It's more of that should go to the players and the coaches that have been here and have helped me along the way. So.
Yeah. That's great to hear.
All right.
Way to end on a positive note with that 700. Thank you for being here. I'm Ashley, and this is head coach for softball, Jerry Snyder. Thanks for joining us in Coach's Corner with Fats Cafe.